everyone, guess what? We're here with Federico. Federico is from Italy. He's got a band called Esox. You should check it out. They released a new album this year, like recently, called Watery Grave. That is 6 songs and almost 60 minutes, which is fantastic. You've got, if you want a 3 minute song, you've got that. If you want a 20-minute song, you also have that. Uh, Again, thank you very much for taking time out of your day to come chat.
Yeah. Hi, Tom. It's my pleasure to be here.
Hell yeah. So, yeah, I know we talked a lot like last time. We talked about Watery Grave and we talked about your career. And um, I like how you have kind of molded the two together in Watery Grave.
Yeah, that was whole the whole plan from the beginning. It's just because those music and marine biology is my main thing. It's the two things that I can chat about for hours and hours. um, and when it came to starting the project, also because black metal, if you put aside the satanic type of black metal and those focusing on nature, they are either way too pagan focused, in my opinion. Yeah. But also focused on forests. Uh, I like water, so I wanted to talk about fresh waters and especially freshwater fish because those are my things. I think that no one has ever talked about that in metal, so there it is.
Yeah, I don't think that they have, which is cool because, what do we're always trying to like, what weird thing can we do or what thing can we do that no one else has done or is doing? So if you can figure that out and do that, sometimes it turns out fantastic, like Watery Grave.
Thanks.
And sometimes it's, it falls on
But
deaf ears.
sometimes I fear that it may become a gimmick, and I don't want that. It's, I mean, like you have to. I try to be very cautious about it because then it's easy to become one. Like I don't want to be the fish guy, but and making it like something not serious because it's fish, and sometimes there's lots of memes about fish, and also it's maybe some may think that they're just dumb animals and nothing like that, but or why I don't like post myself with fishing gear on my social profiles because I don't want to it to become a gimmick because I find that bands that put a lot of scenery on their during their shows, I mean, they can do good. Like one of my favorite bands is Ghost. Even some may not call them metal. I don't care. I love them. And they do put on a very, very nice show, but I don't want my band to be like that. Also, or something like Cradle of Filth, which I found ridiculous sometimes. It's
I,
just
sometimes that's the beauty of music, though, is how
yeah, no,
ridiculous can we
I
get, right?
agree. Yeah, definitely. But yeah, it comes. I think it comes down to the type of music that you play. Because if you're like more onto the symphonic side, then I agree that you have to put a lot of work in your scenery because that's part of the deal, and it's sort of like going to see a stage play. So you have to have the environment work for you.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, Ghost is, I think, the perfect example, right? Like, I know a lot of people like shit on them and they don't like them or whatever, but there is a reason they're as big as they are. I mean,
Yeah,
the music is okay, but the live show is spectacular.
I mean,
You're always enthralled
uh,
with how they
like
put it together.
they were the first metal band that I started listening to. I to this day I will still defend the first three albums because Opus Eponymous is basically a Black Sabbath album, so there's nothing wrong with that. Or like the second one is a Blue Oyster Cult album. They're like two of the best bands ever. So why would you dislike them? But I think they deserve every bit of success that they have. Even though I'm not particularly fond of their latest stuff, I still think that live, I've seen them 5 times and always blew my mind.
Yeah, I think I've seen them like 3 times, and I the first time I saw them, I had no idea who they were. Um, in our in my family, like Deftones is one of our like whenever they tour as a family, we go see them. Like that is an absolute. So they were touring probably 2013, and so we
Like
went to go
very
see
beginning.
Deftones. Yeah, and we get there early because I like to see the opener, and they're playing, and I'm like, holy shit! Like, what is this?
Yeah,
And they absolutely crushed it. I was like, man, like this is cool, this is fun, it's entertaining, it's new, especially you have Deftones who put on a good show, but it's not it's not like a play, it's not like a big elaborate production in
just
that sense.
people playing music. Yeah, now Ghost have evolved in a way that you're basically seeing a play. It's beautiful. Unfortunately, I don't think I will see them again because, like, especially here in Italy, after the pandemic, ticket prices for concerts have gone like
Yeah,
sky high. Like the first time
here
I saw
too.
them, I paid like 20 euros, and now there's aside from the fact that there's a separate bit for most concerts now, so you have to pay for the gold ticket, and sometimes it can go up to 200 euros. And so, fuck that. I want small concerts. I prefer small venues. Like the last big concert I saw was Depeche Mode. I'm talking about arena concerts because it's one of my favorite bands aside that I share with my father. So we saw them together 2 times. And after that, aside from waiting in the sun for hours because it was in an arena and it was the middle of July, I was like, okay, I'm done with arena shows. No.
Yeah, I am also a fan of smaller shows. I really prefer like 1 to 300 cap rooms. Like that is in my mind, that's like a perfect venue
Yeah,
to see a good solid band.
yeah,
When you start getting bigger, it's to me it just starts it loses some of the fun. Now sometimes it translates well. Like I think Cannibal Corpse again, and one of my favorites. Like to see them, I can't tell you how many times I've seen them. I mean, it's 30, 40, 50 times. And to watch them, to go from seeing them in rooms where it's like 1 to 200 people. I mean, I saw them at Louder Than Life this year, and there's probably 20,000 people watching them.
yeah. No, no,
Like,
it's the same. Like the only band that I can speak that I have been following them ever since the beginning is again Ghost. And yeah, the first time I saw them, we were like, how 1,000 people at best, and it was after the tour that after Meliora came out, that they were touring Europe. And not the last time I saw them, we were like 10,000 people, I think. And that's the limit, right? Because I saw Agalok this year at Fortress Fest, and we were 2,000 people at best, and it was a festival
yeah,
because
yeah,
after
those are like, especially in a festival scenario, if you can get a small festival and do that, I feel like the crowd is a lot more open to everything that's happening because uh, those are the diehards, the people who are like, you know what, like I'm gonna see as many bands as I can and enjoy it, and I'm gonna meet someone, and I'm gonna make some new friends.
yeah,
Like that
and
is,
more, I go to festival mainly for the people actually. Like again, unless it's a festival where Agalok is playing because they're my favorite bands, and they're ever since they got back together. They've been to Europe only 2 times, but I went seeing them both times. But aside from that, I only went to like two other festivals in my life, and most of the times I didn't care for the bands. Like, okay, if I was like this summer, I went to a festival here in Italy. It's called Frantic Fest, which is a very awesome festival because it's I think the only festival in Italy that hosts extreme metal, but is also a festival that cares for the people. So it's there's camping grounds and you can make friends so easily. Like the friend that did the cover art for Watery Grave works in the organization there, so he's one of my best friends. So it's always good to go and meet with him and other friends. So yeah, I mainly go to festivals for that. But at this festival this year, Carcass was playing and Sig was playing. Those were the two bands that I was mostly interested in, and Saturnus as well. I love Saturnus, but aside from that, the other 30 or something bands were just, generic death metal. That okay, if I was to, if I stumble in the stage area, I might give it a listen, but it's
Yeah. Well, like Carcass is one of those bands. In the last year, I think I've seen them like 6 times. Uh, like every chance I get, I'm like, oh, I'm going to see Carcass. Oh, I'm going to
yeah,
see Carcass.
they were really good. Unfortunately, I was not in the front rows. I was like at the mixer, so the audio quality was superb. But I was busy with a friend. We had like water pistols, and we were just shooting at people.
Dude, I'm totally doing that now. Like every festival I go to, I'm gonna start taking like water guns and just
Yeah, no,
fill it up.
I can't stand serious people at festivals, especially those who say just like this. And uh,
Oh,
I'm,
that's
have
how I
fun.
am. I stand there like this the whole time, and I'm like, I just nod my head like this is cool. But I'm also against the wall trying to stay away from everyone because
Okay.
I'm old and I don't want to break a hip, like
Okay, no, it makes sense. I prefer dancing over moshing, so it depends on the band.
for
But yeah,
sure.
no, no. Again, the only people that get on a bit on my nerves are those who can't have fun because it's metal, so it's supposed to be taken seriously, and then you're seeing like Marduk, which is like a band that you can't take seriously, in my opinion.
That's so awesome. So let's turn our attention back to like Watery
And
Grave.
we kind of drifted
Yeah.
away.
Well,
No,
that's all right. I like that. I like doing this because we can just chit chat a bit. So, with Watery Grave, like, how long did it take you to write that?
no, it took me 5 years because um, it came. I started during the first first phase of the pandemic. That's when I bought an audio card and a little synthesizer because I've always wanted to write music but never had a clear idea in mind. At first, I wanted to start a rock band. Then, growing up, I wanted to go more into technical death metal than black metal. But I I had sort of had the first iteration of Esox. I think it was 2019. I had a few ideas, and I was working with another guy, but it never went anywhere. And so, yeah, Esox started 2020, but I had to also learn how to do everything by myself. So how to record, and I think you can hear it in the album that it is very, very, very homemade, and I won't do that again. I want to work with a serious producer next time. And it was the album. It's I care about it, but I I do think that it is very flawed. I don't think I've been I haven't listened to it after it came out because 5 years of listening to it all over again got tired. But yeah, the entire process, I think 3 years for the writing and 5 years for completing it overall.
Okay. So you're like obviously, right? First album, you're like, okay, I did this. What things did you learn during that process that you want to change um aside from like, a, someone outside like producing the album for you?
Well, I want to improve my songwriting because I think I don't want to, be cocky or anything, but I think I can compose a song. I know how to write a song, but I want to, also change my style of songwriting. Also because I am currently writing the next album, but it's going to be more neo-folk oriented, very, very limited electrical guitars, no scream. It's not going to be a metal album. Um, and so I have to change style because those are two completely different genres of music. Um, so I want it to be more, I'd say, upbeat. Or yeah, also I want to challenge myself. I want to change styles. And also, yeah, the main thing I think is to have an exterior person uh, checking on it. So yeah, I think that is the main issue I have with the album, that it was so personal that I didn't want anyone else involved. And it's every rose has its thorns, so I had full control over it, but also lost tracks of some things that a first-time listener will notice immediately.
Yeah. Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. Like, um, I like that you quoted Poison on that, so thank you very much. Um, every rose has its thorn.
Oh, it wasn't intentional,
But so it goes, right? Like, I try to relate everything to music. So someone says something, I'm like, oh, that's like a song
but
lyric from
yeah,
whatever.
I do the same. I do the same.
It's so funny. So, um, how do you feel like the being able to meld both music and marine biology in Watery Grave like went overall for you?
How did it went? Well, I think it went fine because it's a concept that I think works with long songs. Um, like take for example, "The Call of the Wretched Sea" by Hayab, or anything Hayab related, which is one of my favorite bands. It's long songs, slow songs, also the use of ambient samples also I think helped to helped the feeling of water flowing. So it's all environmental samples that I took, when I went trekking, for example. Um, and also the usage of effects like reverb and chorus, I think, give the music that feeling of flowing and drifting. And I think probably the only thing that this kind of homemade production helps with the album is that it sounds sort of like you're hearing it underwater. It's like muffled, and I mean it wasn't intentional because it's due to inexperience most of all. But if you want to read it, that is okay. I'm listening to something underwater related, and it's like it's underwater. Then okay, it's fine.
No, that was totally on purpose. Forget what he said. That was on purpose. He did that on purpose. Yeah, it fits though. It fits really well. Like, uh, the the unbearable cry of the sea. I really like, like that. Um, am I mistaken in that is are those whale sounds?
The intro to Leviathan Melville, yes,
Oh
but
yeah.
yeah, I created those with my guitar, lots of effects, and you just bend and it creates something. Yeah, it's intentional. And then I sampled a sperm whale click sound because Leviathan Melville is this extinct sort of like sperm whale from the Miocene, so it's like 4 or 5 million years ago. No, 20 million years ago, that hunted smaller whales. And so that section sort of like mimics the hunting of, Leviathan melville. But yeah, that was on
That
purpose.
that's fucking cool. That's cool as shit. It's it's whenever I look at an album, I always look at like how the album flows and going, like Watery Grave, I think flows song to song really well. Obviously, I'm going whale sounds, the unbearable cry of the sea, which is this song before Leviathan Melville. So I'm dumb.
Oh, so don't worry, but
No,
yeah,
no.
um, it, I wrote the album track by track. Like every, I started with the first song and I went like, so it was written as not like mm, just one song, but yeah, they are meant to flow into each other.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Well, that's
your guess was right.
well, I'm old, so I mean that is
No,
how I. No, no, no. I'm
no,
just saying,
no,
like, not. It's not a bad thing. Maybe when I hurt, it is. But
no, no.
like,
Also because I
I
do the same. I'm sorry for interrupt. I listen to albums from start to finish. So I
me too.
mostly I don't remember the names of the songs of many albums, especially albums that I listened to maybe once or twice. Uh, I can't remember the songs because I just put put it on Spotify or YouTube or whatever. I'm doing
Yeah, and
something
you go
like
through it. Yeah,
that. That's
yeah.
that's the kind of thing you
That's
can.
the constant process. Hit play, and then like, okay, I got something else to do. Like, oh, I like this part. Make my
Yeah,
little notes and shit.
no, that's why I prefer physical medium, especially vinyl, because it's a more active listening. Like if you're listening on yeah, yeah, I have mine. It's over there.
Yeah, mine's all the way around the room, like in those little cubes, and it's oh, dude,
It's
same
something
thing.
else.
Physical media is so much better. Like it forces you to like actively listen, especially on vinyl, right? Because you put it on and you've got
Yeah, change
dep
size.
dep yeah, a couple of songs, and then you're like, oh shit, nothing's on. I gotta flip it. So you pay attention. Also, right, you have the entire packaging, which it's just a ginormous piece of art. On the gatefolds, you open it up and you have everything, and sometimes the insert with lyrics, and you can read
Yeah,
through it.
yeah, it's beautiful. It's something that
Yeah,
digital streaming will never be able to replace.
no, not at all. Which is,
Yeah,
yeah, I
I'm not against digital media at all, but yeah, something else. But I only buy physical stuff of albums I really love. So I don't want to be overcumbered by minor releases that okay I like, but don't really care about having on CD or no, I don't.
I'm totally opposite. Like if it's a band, well, if it's a band that I enjoy, I want to support them. So I will buy physical media of some sort, right? Like if you don't have a vinyl and you only have a CD, like I'll buy a CD or I'll buy a tape if that's all you have. I prefer vinyl, so I buy so much fucking vinyl. It's stupid.
No, it's I respect that. It's only because I'm currently still a student, so I don't have that much money, and I will have to move. Like I already had to move my collection once, and that got me to think, okay, maybe I should sell some stuff and only keep the stuff that I really really like.
Yeah.
For example, I have a first press of Stormblast by Dimo Borgir that I want to get rid of. Now that I think I can get maybe 500 or more euros for that.
Hell yeah. Damn.
But
I
yeah,
I'm opposite. Like those higher end records, I keep like no, these are
yeah,
mine.
yeah, no, but it's an album that I used to love when I was younger. Then I found out that the things I loved the most about it, which were the clean piano songs, were all stolen. Like the intro is stolen from a Magnum song, and the Sorgenskammar, I think it's called, with it's only piano, and that is stolen from a video game. So everything else is, kind of generic black metal. I prefer the first album overall by Timo Borger. So, and that and some other albums that I want to get rid of. But for example, I have the entirety of Agalloch on vinyl. That I will never sell. That is going to make with me to my grave.
Bury me with all of this.
Oh yeah, definitely.
That's fucking funny. I don't want to be buried. Just burn me, and then
Yeah, it's the
make
same.
make sure my music memorabilia goes to somewhere nice, or feed me to sharks. I don't fucking care. I'm dead. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
whatever. So what's the plan for the next album? Have you start? I assume you've already started writing.
Yeah, no, I'm all I don't know if I'm almost done with the writing process because I don't know how many songs I will fit into it. I have sort of like a concept in mind, which is going to be about the reproductive cycle of salmons. So going from, when they start going upriver till they die, the more it goes on, it's going to be more and more noisy because it symbolizes the fact that they start decaying as they're still alive because um, basically their reproductive apparatus starts developing and they stop feeding, so they burn so much energy that they start decomposing before they die. So that's going to be symbolized by the album. That's why I don't want it to become a gimmick. It's not just going to be, oh, I have fish on my merch. It's going to be, okay, it's integral part of my songs. um, and yeah, but I only have the lyrics for one song so far. It's going to take a while because it's not my full-time job. But yeah, it's
Yeah,
going to be more neo-folk and industrial oriented, and maybe for another album I will come back to metal, but who knows?
yeah. Wherever the journey takes you, you know what I mean. Whatever. Like that. That's so wild to think about. The life of a salmon. Um, I love salmon. I've caught salmon. I love
Oh,
eating salmon.
do you think?
I kinda, but not really now. It was mostly when I was younger, like probably up until I was about 14. My dad would, hey, we're gonna go here and do this and go there and do that.
What state are you in?
Well, I'm in Kentucky now, but I grew up in Michigan.
Okay. Lots of
So
rivers.
yeah, lots of rivers, of course, the Great Lakes, all of that, lots of opportunity for fishing, from bass and catfish and walleye to fucking sturgeon and smelt and whatever. Um, so, God, that's
Yeah,
so weird to think.
I do love United States freshwater wildlife. It's full of everything basically. You go, yeah, from sturgeons to gars to catfish. It's so beautiful, and you have very very beautiful lakes and rivers. I love the Pacific Northwest especially.
Oh yeah, yeah, it's gorgeous up there, and the fish are delicious. So, yeah, like I'm here for it. Okay, Federico, I don't mean to cut us short, but I
Yeah,
I have so much shit to do today. Um, Thank you so much for your time. When you're done with next album, let's chat and do some more
yeah,
stuff.
definitely. Yeah, we can chat again soon. It's been a pleasure. Yeah, it's unfortunately that it's already over because I was enjoying chatting with you. So yeah, thank you so much for having me.
Hell yeah. Have a great day, my friend.
You too. Bye, man.
Thanks. See ya.